Hello everybody, welcome to Twi's Top 10 episode 2. Today I will be talking about 10 of my favorite character tropes. So let's get into it. Number 1, the best friend. Oh my gosh, I love the best friend. The best friend is that one character who isn't the main character, though sometimes they get their own book, like in the series, which is really awesome when that happens, but they aren't the main character, but they're very supportive. They are the best friend. They have the characters back, they're ride or die with them. They give the characters advice, the work. Sometimes the best friend is written as being shallow, their only personality, it revolves around the main character. But I've actually come across a lot of good best friends. Examples of this is Aiko from the Lunar Chronicles. Literally, we have a joke, me and Louis. Though I'm editing this and I realized that I called Louise Louis, and it's not Louis, it's Louise. Just putting that out there so she doesn't kill me, because the last episode of Twi's Top 10, I kept calling her Louis, and it's Louise, and my mom and my friend Louise Taylor got upset at me, so. Louis is Cinder, I'm Aiko, which is so fitting. And then of course Samwise Gamgee from the Lord of the Rings, because he's Samwise Gamgee. How dare we not put him on here, because he's so amazing. And then we have Nora from Tokyo Ever After. Seriously, that girl, amazing. And then Carol from the Andari Chronicles. And he is really supportive. He's like a brother to the main character. So yeah. I love the different variations of the best friend character. There can be the ride or die childhood friend, the newer friend they made, or one of my personal favorites because rom-coms have amazing best friend tropes. The wine-sipping bestie with the snarky mouth and quirky personality. Okay, Miranda, I've been telling you for years, you need to just get yourself out there and just get into the dating world and find a nice man, because you deserve so much. Yeah, you are going to the event that night. You are going to the gala. I don't want to hear another word about it. I will come over there. I will drag you there myself. You are going to meet some people. Maybe you'll meet Prince Charming. I don't know. Oh, bet you thought this was real. Yeah, my parents like to keep it all to themselves. Anyway, number 2, the good boy. This is what I call the nice guy trope, except he's not really the nice guy, because a lot of the times the nice guy trope will be the nice guy's going to be like, you girls never fall for the nice guy. You always go for the more handsome guy, the more... No, this guy, the nice guy, he's a gentleman, man. He's a darn gentleman, and I love it. I want to marry a nice guy, and a lot of times they're kind of dorky, and they're cute and stuff, and they're really respectful to women, and they're amazing, dream guy almost. I mean, they have their flaws and their spiciness and all that, but in the end, they're a good guy, and I would trust them to drive me home from a bar if I was drunk. Not that I'd ever... Examples of this is Peeta Mellark from The Hunger Games, Maxon from the Selection series, and Prince Kaya from the Lunar Chronicle. Number 3, the cool person. The cool person is that one character who, they can be extroverted, introverted, loners, they can have a crowd around them, they can be loved, hated, either both. But whether it be a kingdom or a high school, whatever the setting that the book is or a movie, they have a reputation and they are respected. Some people might hate them, some people might love them, some people might be afraid of them, but they don't really care what other people think, at least on the outside. They often keep bad people in line, in a high school setting, they'll keep bullies in line, and they're watchful, they can be seen as outcasts, but usually they're generally good people, and a lot of the times they'll play the guide for if it's an epic fantasy. Hey, stop bullying her. If you mess with her, you mess with me. She's under my protection. There you go. Don't listen to those losers. They're just insecure. Here, stick with me, and I'll make sure you make it out of this high school alive. Examples of this is Strider from The Lord of the Rings, Solomon from the Wicked Fox and Vicious Spirits books, and Minu from The Maze Runner. I love Minu so much. Number 4, the snarky smart mouth. There's only one way to put it. They're a snarky smart mouth person. I always love these characters. They're so funny. They have their own street smarts. They have their own logic. They just walk into a room and they have a comeback for everything. They quit. I find them hilarious. Sit down. So, before we begin, let me remind you that this is the 7th time that you guys have caught me. Believe me, we know. Your point? This means that this is the 7th time that I will escape. You've escaped in the past, but this time it will be easier. Honestly, it's embarrassing how easy it is for me. Like, you guys are so incompetent. This time, you'll be in the dungeons for good. And this time, I've gotten out my restraints 10 seconds faster. What? Examples of this is Brenda from the Maze Runner series, Prince Nikolai from the Grishaverse. Honestly, he's become my favorite character in the Grishaverse, and I'm only in the middle of the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I haven't read like King of Scars or Rule of Wolves. And Prince Jaren from the Ascendance trilogy, because he's Prince Jaren. Like, Lewis would kill me if I didn't involve him in this. Number 5, the Weird Girl. The Weird Girl comes in many molds. Actually, no, they don't come in any mold. That's the thing. They're the weird girl. They're the girl who's, like, usually outcast. Like, they're just weird. They're not like other girls. But in a different way than, like, they're weird. I love them, though. A lot of the times they're, like, goth or, like, they don't really care what other people think. Sometimes they do. There are different variations of the weird girl trope. Like, I don't want to get into all of them. But they're often set apart. They have like their own stream of logic. Sometimes they can be kind of psychopathic. They can be dangerous. They can be lovable. They can be snarky. Like, I love the weird girl. Like, yeah, they're just I really love them. Examples of this is Rin from the Bone Houses. I think that's her name, from To Best the Boys, and Luna from Harry Potter. Number 6, the butt kicker. Sorry, I have another name for this character trope, but I'm not going to use it because this is a clean channel and I don't want to do that to you guys, so I'm sorry. The butt kicker is the character who can kick butt. Like, it's hard to really describe them, like, in detail, because you just kind of have to read these characters to get it. But, like, they go into a situation, like, they're really smart and they know how to use weapons, or, like, they're good at, like, kicking butt, like, physically, like, you know, punching people, being a ninja, like, when they go into a room, they count all the security cameras, they map out exits, they like look for things that could be used as weapons. They'll probably know if you have a weapon on you, so be careful when you talk to these people because they are butt kickers. Well, I'm clearly outnumbered, but don't worry, I'm figuring out ways to take them all down one by one because I'm just that cool. I can take someone down with a butter knife. A freaking butter knife! Ready for a game? Let's dance. Examples of this is Kaz from The Six of Crows. I haven't read him yet, but I'm pretty sure he's into this trope because he sounds awesome. Nova from the Renegades trilogy, and Terra and Tusco from Rebel Soul and Rogue Heart. Like, I know they're from the same like series, but these two are seriously butt kickers. Number 7, the goofball. The goofball is that one lovable character that they just don't take anything seriously. At least on the outside. They're that like fun like character. They can be kind of annoying to other characters. They're liked by most characters, and even though they slack off, they somehow manage to not really get in trouble, like as much as they should be getting in trouble. As we go on, whether it's a side character or a main character who's the goofball, we see that they actually do take the world really seriously, and they're deeper than they appear on the outside, and that their goofballness is kind of like just a facade, even though it is kind of like part of their personality. And I just love the goofball. Hey, aren't you worried that if you turn in the essay late, you're gonna get in trouble? Nah, it'll be fine. What are they gonna do? Expel me? They like me too much. Oh my gosh, I'm beginning to think that you don't take anything seriously. Bingo. You know, the world would be a better place if people didn't take the world as seriously as they do now. They just chill, like me. What about when your mom died? Did you take that seriously? Examples of this is Keith from Keepers of the Lost City, Jihoon from Wicked Fox and Vicious Spirits. I can't really think of any girls who fit into this trope, at least from books, but a good example is from the movie Shang-Chi, Katie. She is totally in that. She is a total goofball. Like, I love her. She's one of my favorite characters, honestly. Number 8, the heart. The heart is that one character who they are the glue, they're the mom friend, and can we agree that mom friends are amazing? Like, they're so cool. And they take care of everyone around them. They're the emotional support for people around them. Like, they're really awesome. Like, you always love the heart, and if something should happen to the heart, you will kill that person. Examples of this is Newt from The Maze Runner, because seriously, in Scorch Trials, he was literally labeled the glue. Sylvie from Shadow and Thorn, that's book 4 in the Andari Chronicles, and Cress from the Lunar Chronicles. Number 9, the charming guy. The charming guy is a special favorite for me because he's obviously a favorite because he's on this list. There's only 10 spots and he got one of them. The charming guy is the smooth talker, the ladies' man. He can talk himself out of most situations, even though he's probably the reason he got into these situations. Like, this man has a big mouth, he loves talking about himself, but a lot of times we'll see that on the inside, they're deeper. And they use that as a facade to fight against, like, the hurtfulness of this horrible world. Even though we have a wonderful world, but, you know, it can be hurtful. And so, I mean, they're the total ladies' man. They flirt with everyone, and they always end up with that one character who does not fall for their charms. Like, most of the time they do. Sometimes they don't, but it's really interesting to see their romances.
Oh, hi there. I'm Steven, and I must say, you, my dear, are gorgeous. Wow. So first, you don't like that? You're feisty. I like that in a girl.
Examples of this is Juno from Wicked Fox and Vicious Spirits, Thorn from the Lunar Chronicles, because how dare we not put him on here, Mal from Shadow and Bone, and Laurie Lawrence from Little Women. Number 10, the Dreamer. The Dreamer is that one character who they have a dream, and they won't let anybody, and I mean anybody, stop them or put them down. Like, they may be oppressed by, like, their family, their friends, but in the end they won't really listen because they don't care if they're homeless. Like, as long as they're doing what they love, they will do it, and no one will stop them, even though their parents might have high expectations or something like that. Also, the dreamer can also be portrayed as someone who has a really strong ambition and will go after it. Like, they might want to be like the CEO of their own company, and they are totally like on that, man. Like, they won't let anything get in their way, and sometimes their stories are about things getting in their way, and like, yeah, like a lot of Hallmark movies feature women who have a dream and then they realize that it's not what they wanted in the end because of a man. I have a dream. I have a dream. Examples of this are Daniel from The Sun Is Also a Star and Jenny from XOXO.
Oh, this? This is just a book where I hold all my song ideas and sketches and stuff like that. Oh, me? I want to be an artist. Yeah. Whether it's writing music, doing poetry, writing a book, or even just drawing, because I love drawing. I have a dream. I don't care what anyone else says. I don't care about fame. I don't care about money. I just want to do what I love most, and no one can stop me.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun making the skits and filming everything. I hope I did a good job. Please subscribe if you want to see more of us. You can like if you want. You can comment if you want to get us more in the algorithm, please. And, yeah, see you next time.